I want to tell you about Harp Toolkit, which is my 10-week online course which teaches you, the impassioned harp player, how to express yourself and how to learn the building blocks the building blocks of music, so that you can liberate yourself from the written page, create your own arrangements at your own level of technical ability. And yes, we can do that in 10 weeks. What are you going to learn? So is the question, are you going to learn a specific piece? Well, you can learn specific pieces, but what you're really going to learn how to do is to take any simple melody that you love and to spin it out into a full arrangement. You're going to know what you do after the first time you play the melody, how to explore it, how to embellish it, or if you are more of a fledgling player, you're going to learn how to simplify it. So basically, we're starting with one melody. It can be a melody that you already know. It can be a melody that I give you, because I do give you a list of melodies in the course. And what you're going to learn is what you can do with that melody. And once you've practiced doing it with one simple melody from the course, you will know how to then take any melody and either simplify it or spin it out into a full arrangement. A lot of people ask me, how is it possible that we can have a course like this where I say it works for all levels? And it does work for all levels. From fledgling, not absolute beginners. If you've never played the harp before, this is not a good course for you. But for people who kind of know how to get around, all the way up to advanced players. Well, how can that be? Well, the course is full of adults. And we all know about concepts, and I base the course on concepts. And I assume that you know what your technical ability is. And so what I want to teach you how to do is how to take these concepts, these simple concepts, things like how to spin out an arrangement, or what you can do with a melody, how you can add thirds or sixths, or what you can do with your left hand. I want to show you how you can take these concepts, take the reality of what your technical ability is, and make something that you can play at your ability. If you get confused, that's why we're in a class. That's why it's not just I'm giving you this as a book or something. I'm there to answer your questions. We have a little ask a question form, so if you get lost in the middle of the week, you can ask me a question. And every week we have an online chat where you can send me questions ahead of time, or you can ask questions when you're there. It's an online chat that people come to. If you can't come to it because you're in a different time zone, you can send the questions ahead of time and you can watch this chat afterwards. So, I'm giving you those concepts. I'm telling you how you would take what you know about your technical ability and make that work for you, and then I'm there to answer your questions about, oh, wait a minute, how do I actually do that? We also have homework where I walk you through doing that with simple structures so that you'll be able to do it with more complicated things later. A lot of people want to know how much time they need to spend each week on this, and that really depends on you. Some people just love to go through the videos that I give you each week and the handout that I give you each week and just pull out one or two ideas that you're going to put into play immediately. And in that case, it may take you an hour to just go through all of that. Or if you just want to look at the handout, it could take you just 20 minutes. And then if you want to come to the chat, you can spend time doing that or not. Some people want to really use this as the time when they are going to dig in and change their playing from a really fundamental level. And those people will spend more like 5 or 6 hours. You can also submit homework or not submit homework. And in fact, this time we have an auditor option. So if you know you're never going to submit homework, then you can actually pay less, never feel guilty about not submitting homework, and be an auditor. But if you want to dig in and if you want to actually do all the exercises and get my personalized feedback on them, then you have that option with the full feedback version of the course. And in that case, you can spend anywhere from 4 or 5 hours to as long as you want. And that's basically up to you. some people ask if they can just sort of learn or whether they actually have to practice the stuff. And that, again, is really totally up to you. Some people just love to go through the material, get these ideas, get these sparks of ideas that they can put into play, and really just kind of take it for fun. And you can do that, and you can go back over it later on as much as you want, or just kind of skim through it. Some people just come to the chats because they just think that part is fun. And then other people want to kind of take it as a kind of a school. And that really, one of the beauties of this is that is totally up to you, and it is totally, absolutely okay for you to do it however you want to do it. So one of the next questions here is, how does this all work? Am I going to be stuck in front of a computer for hours every week? What if my Wi-Fi doesn't work? The video lessons are on your computer, but you can also download an audio version of every lesson. Now, I personally, when I take courses, I don't even want to watch the video. I actually want to just put it on my iPod, and I want to go out running and listen to it. And so I provide all of the lessons on audio, so you can do that if you want. And then sometimes I don't even want to listen to the audio. I just want to be like, I just want to see it. And so that's why I provide a PDF of the whole lesson. I actually give you the PDF that I use when I'm making the videos. So it's up to you whether you're the kind of person who you just want to read it and you want to make notes and you just want to try it yourself, or whether you want to listen to it audio-wise, or whether you actually do want to sit down and watch the videos. Different people like to do it in different ways, and so that's why I set up the course, so that you can do it any one of those ways. Now, if you want to get the absolute most out of this course, you don't have to choose one of those methods. You can have all of them. So if you really want to get everything, you can watch the video, you can watch it as many times as you want, you can download the audio, you can listen to it as many times as you want, and you can download the PDF, where you can take notes and you can have it in your notebook forever. In fact, I help you figure out how you're going to set up your notebook for this course so that you can keep notes and so that you'll be able to go back to stuff. And then, if you want to get the most out of it, you would come to the chats, you would submit questions to the chats, and you would also, if you really want to get the most out of it, you would take the full feedback version, and you would do your homework, and you would get my feedback on that homework. Now that's a lot, and there are some people who invest that much in it, and they get a whole lot out of it. There are other people who do just one or two of those things, and they still get a lot out of it. It's there for you so that you can engage with it the way that works for you, and totally on your own time. If you're in a completely different time zone and you can't even come to the chats. And the other thing I love about it is you are not doing it alone. There is a whole class. You can engage with the other classmates on Facebook if you want, or you can ignore them, that's fine too, and you can see their comments in the classroom. And one of the things I love about this as a student is sometimes other people will ask the questions that I didn't think to ask. And this is why I love doing this teaching and this learning in a classroom with a group of people. I want to give you just a very short tour through the classroom website. So come on into my computer. On this website, you've got these 4 links here. These are the lessons, which is where you'll almost always be going. These are the events, like the chats. It tells you how to connect to those. These are discussions when people are discussing and sort of having a little forum, and this lets you see all the other people in the course. You can also use these little buttons to navigate from one part of the course to the next. And the reason there are so many is that I try to break down each lesson into a lot of small components. And then you can click this button each time you complete one of them, so that you know that you can come back and you'll know what you have and haven't completed. So it's really a great environment to learn in. You'll see that in the first lesson of each module, I put all my notes for the module into a 1-page PDF, which you can download. That way you have a head start on taking notes. And then on all the other modules, there's often a video that you can watch and then an MP3 version of that video that you can download. I love working with impassioned harp players in this course and seeing the kind of freedom and inspiration they have afterwards. I hope that you will join me. I can't wait to work with you. So go and register right now and let's get started.